Hi there, I'm Shane Spears and welcome to another edition of Summit Scale, beaming out to you from the beautiful city of Bath in the UK. My guest today is Lolly Daskal. Lolly, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on our show.
I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for asking.
Brilliant. For those of you that don't know her, Lolly is one of the most sought-after executive leadership coaches in the world. Her award-winning book, The Leadership Gap, What Gets Between You and Your Greatness, is a national bestseller. Brilliant. I'm looking forward to this. Lolly, the title of our interview today is Can I Be a Leader Even If I Don't Have the Title? And we have 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll set the clock.
Let's go.
So let's start with that. Can I lead if I don't have the title?
What a great question. Most individuals think that in order to be a leader, you have to have a title, you have to have that corner office, you have to have that position. Well, what is the definition of leadership? The definition of leadership is to make an impact on someone else, to make them think that they can do better than what they're doing now. And if you think of your life, do you do that on a daily basis to those you care about? So it doesn't really matter what position you're in. It doesn't really matter what title you have. Think about your life as little small nuggets of moments. How can I make an impact on another individual? You are leading. And so we have to really define leadership in order to understand that all of us can make an impact.
Brilliant. And what kind of leadership is needed right now?
Well, the thing is that we're looking for that inspirational leadership. We're looking for that one person to save us and to make us better than we need to be. And so my company is called Lead From Within, because what I found over 38 years ago when I first started this process was that I cannot rely on someone else to make me great. We have to first lead from within. We have to find out who we are in order to make an impact on ourselves and others, because you cannot teach, you cannot coach, you cannot inspire something that you don't have within yourself.
Brilliant. And if I wanted to excel, what leadership gap should I look for?
So interestingly enough, the leadership gap in my new book is based on 7 archetypes. It's based on 7 individuals that we must become in order to find what I'm talking about, that leader from within. And the thing is that most people think these archetypes, I'm either one or another, but that's not true, because we have different levels to who we are. Right. And we bump into different circumstances in our lives. And you cannot just be one thing all the time, right? We have to ask ourselves, who do I need to be in this moment in order to get the best results from the situation, the person, the conversation, the meeting? And so if it's based on the leadership gap and the archetypes, there's an acronym to remember, and it's called RETHINK. Most people do a lot of thinking, but the best thinking is when you rethink what you know and what you don't know. So if you think about the RETHINK acronym, you have to be the rebel. You have to be the explorer, the truth teller. You have to be the hero. You have to be, the inventor. You have to be the navigator and the knight. Now, that sounds great, but what does that mean? Each one of these archetypes has their own virtue of truth-telling, loyalty, integrity. Those are attributes that we need to bring to different circumstances in order to get the best result. So what kind of leadership do we need now? A rethink leader. What kind of persona do we need? An archetype do we need? It depends on the situation of what we're in.
Right. Brilliant. And is what I do or how I do it important as who I am?
So that's a great question again, because in my business, I get hired because they say, Lolly, give me the process. Give me the procedure, right? They always want that shortcut. And I always say, no. We're not going to start there. And they go, yeah. That's where I need a process. Give me a system. I am a great systems thinker. That's what I really excel at. But what I found was that if I don't go a level deeper, if I don't talk about who they are, it doesn't matter what system I give them. It doesn't matter what results. I can tell them, this is what you need to do. They will not do it if they're not in touch and they don't have the awareness of self. So I think when it comes to leadership, entrepreneurship, business, anything that you want to be and do in the world, you must really be able to identify self, who you are, before you can do the how, the what, the when, the where, and even the why. How do you answer why if you don't know who? So the who is the deepest level of what we need to work on.
Right. And what can I do to bring out my greatness?
So most people think that greatness is somebody else, right? She can do it. He can do it. And you don't really realize, hey, what about me? What can I do? Most people think it's reserved for the privileged, right? It's like, I don't belong in that category. But the thing is, there's greatness within all of us. We just have to take ownership of it. We just have to say, you know what? I can do something. And then we have to ask ourselves, who do we want to be, right? Once we identify that, then we can figure out the how, the what, and the when. But greatness exists within everyone.
Brilliant. Such great insight, Lolly. Thank you so much. Folks, for more resources, check out Lolly's website, www.lollydaskal.com, and the link will be below the video. I really appreciate it. Such insight. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do or are looking for a load of free resources to help with scaling your business, check out our website, www.summitleader.com.